everybody? Going live again, since I'm in the area still. Wasn't sure if I'd be able to stream today or not. Hey, Fava! Welcome in, man. How are you? How are you? Right, give me just a moment. The shoutout command is broken. So I have to do it this way to give people shoutouts. Thank you for popping in. It's good to see you. How you doing, Fava?
Oh, that was a good shot. Before he could even do anything.
Not capable of calling across vast distances. For that I require my true form. And even were it possible, a dragon's call is born upon ether. 'Tis liable to draw more void sent to us. I see. You hate that clip, really? In any case, there's little exploration to be done while we are confined to this isolated isle. Hey, Mag, welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you again, brother. I propose we begin by learning what we can from the castle's occupants, and understanding of their ways may prove useful to our cause. How are you doing today, Fava? And how are you doing, Mag? Good to see you guys. Very well, let's hope a few of them are capable of speech. Let all remain vigilant while we go about our inquiries. We reconvene afterwards. Alright. This is, I believe, the second quest of 6.2. Oh man. I'm sorry to hear that, Mag. Forlorn, and then Fear. Mayhap one of them will give me information. Yeah, these are all monsters as well, just right now they're capable of communicating and are not actively trying to kill us. This way? Oh, yeah. No, I know what you mean. I have nothing to share. While those I approached had no will to fight, neither were they capable of holding a conversation worth the name. They aren't really, they tried to kill me earlier in this game, time-wise. Like, last time I streamed, I had to fight a bunch of them in the dungeon. They're being passive right now because of the fact that I just killed the thing that killed the master of this place. So, they know that they can't beat me. My experience was much the same. Lower rung Voidsent tend to be lower intelligence, 'twould seem. A pity Charmeleone is dead. He was talkative at least. What of you? I tell them about how I found out there's a person or thing to find in the dungeon. A clever Voidsent in the dungeon. That would be the area in which we emerged. Indeed. Let's take ourselves back there and find this Voidsent, preferably before its fellows make a meal of it. To the dungeon, then. Barshan looks so emo as an adult, apparently. And then I gotta go from there to the dungeons. Oh, hey, I can mount up, but I can't fly. There's that. Makes it just a little faster. Proceed to Carceret 4. Alright. I actually kind of enjoy the music in this area. Well, they know that they aren't strong enough to be a threat is really what it is. They know that they are not strong enough to be capable of defeating any of us since we slew what was able to kill its master that was so much stronger. It really just appears as though they're afraid of those with power because they're lower ranked. Oh, hey, it's this guy.
You are the friend.
I am the friend, apparently. That was the Voidsent that was bound to Xenos.
I see it now. The bottomless darkness. The insatiable hunger. The aura was present when we faced him in Garlemald.
How did it come to be here?
When Xenos died, its connection to the Source was severed. It was forced to return to the Void.
Xenos. Yes, that was his name. And you are the friend, are you not?
Something to that effect.
Is that Hydaelyn's crystal?
Seems like he's being fixed, more or less. No kidding, that's actually...
But how? The light just now. Of course. And thus I am returned.
It's a woman.
What do you mean, returned? Who are you?
I was once bound to the man named Xenos. His avatar, until you killed him.
Avatar, as in the Void-sent servants of Reapers. In the name of his hunt, Xenos took up that traditional Garlean art. And through it, he forged a covenant with a being of the Void to lend him strength.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was.
Covenant? A curse, more like. He stole my power. There was no equity in the arrangement. My very essence was altered, twisted into a tool to serve his desires.
Your previous appearance. This is your true form, then.
Perhaps, perhaps not. What does it matter?
Indeed, it doesn't. Regardless of your form, you are a void sent by nature. So answer me this. Are you our enemy too?
In this world, only a fool would attempt to devour a stronger being. And though it was as an avatar, I lost to you once, I have no desire to lose again.
Well, there you go.
Good enough for me.
Now, you will answer me a question.
Oh, you have a question for
Xenos
me?
called you friend. That's what you are? A friend?
It's a little more complicated than that. Strictly speaking, I'm Axel Daedalamiq.
So, you're not a friend. Then... what is it? What is a friend?
I still think her appearance as a void scent that was his avatar is cool. Whatever that is, though, it's not terribly thrilled about us communicating with her. Stola. As much as one might expect the unexpected, I doubt any of us could have foreseen this turn of events. She seems different from other Voidsent, at least those we've met, and the change we witness, I suspect, is due to your crystal purging the excess darkness in her. Even so, she still harbors a great deal of darkness. I'm very keen to hear what she can tell us about herself and about her world. Alright. Beef Stroganoff, I guess. Dark-robed Voidsent next. So, I doubt you came to the dungeon by pure chance. What is it that you're after? We were looking for a Voidsent with whom we could converse, in the course of which we learned of you. We are visitors to this world and know little and less of its workings and ways. We would be grateful if you could tell us about it, about yourself. So it's information you seek. What do you offer for it? I beg your pardon? Voidsent do not give unless we stand to gain. If you desire something, you pay the price. That is the sole rule in this world you call the Void. That makes sense. Pray, forgive our ignorance. But what would be acceptable as payment? I suspect that such coin as we carry has no value here. Voidsent crave one thing alone, ether. In return for information, I offer you mine. Just not all of it, mind you. I still have need of my life. Very well. I will tell you no more than you can afford to pay. Then we have a bargain. If we're to talk about the Void, let us do so outside. Come with me. Alright, now we go back to the roof. Or not. Not yet, anyways. We gotta go further up first. Alright. And cutscene. Please tell me it's already voiced.
This is where I belong. My home. This endless darkness you call the Void. There was once
Sounds
light
good,
here,
Mag.
and it shone its warmth upon creation. The lands were green and the seas were blue. Life flourished. Before the war, the Contra Memoria.
It must have been a terrible war indeed.
It shattered the balance, causing darkness to engulf the world. All life was transformed into monstrosities, Voidsent. We are the natural order now.
As light begat Sin Eaters, darkness begat Voidsent.
Basically, yeah.
The sun was driven from the sky as fleeting day yielded to endless night. In time, even land and sea lost their distinction. And though the spark of reason had died in us, driven by memory's shadow, we formed factions and carved out domains. This castle, for instance, its erstwhile lord must have abided in such a place once upon a time.
If I may, The darkness in you is too much for any man to harbor. To my eyes, you are indeed a void sent. Yet your knowledge of the past and your demeanor mark you apart from your brethren. You are different. That much is plain. But in what way, I am unsure.
As you say, I am void sent, but only in part.
In part, huh?
The darkness touched my mother when the war had only just begun, when I was still in the womb. As a child, I looked like any other, but darkness coursed through me, and I ceased to age when I'd become a woman grown. But that was then. And now, I may as well be one in full. I prey on the weak and serve the strong. I live to survive. Nothing more.
Forgive me. 'Twas not my intent to pry. I realize, too, that I have neglected to ask your name.
As we say mortal, you may call me void sent.
That is liable to cause confusion. If you are not averse, we would address you by your true name.
And call me what you will. I care not.
How about Zero?
Well, named her Zero.
Meaning nothing. A name as fitting as any.
No, not nothing, but rather a beginning. For it remains to be seen what you will become to us.
As I said, I care not. Zero, then.
Well, now this woman is named Zero.
Partnership? Are you saying you wish to strike a bargain?
Well, Zero, while there is no end to the questions we could ask, it is only fair that we tell you our purpose in coming here. We are searching for a dragon. One who came to your world long ago.
A dragon?
Yes. Ashdaya is her name, and she is my sister. If you have any knowledge of her, I beg you share it with us.
Something is unhappy.
Did you say something?
No?
I thought I heard a voice as well. The keening of void scent, perhaps.
It's hissing, that's all I'm hearing. Alright, now we speak to Varshan. I must say, we are rather exposed here. Perhaps we should continue the conversation within the castle. Whatever's... The throne room is defensible, given its few points of ingress. Let us head back there. Given the fact that whatever's... well... whatever's been watching us unhappily... whatever it is, it's not great. So now I have to go to the throne room, aka Seat of the Foremost. inside you doggies? No, I can just walk through you. Never mind then. Because those look like they would be a really cool mount to have. I said what I said. A doorkeeper. That's actually a cool sword though, so I don't know. Alrighty, keep in motion, keep on moving, keep on doing what I gotta be doing. Alright. Oh. Good thing I'm not partied with anyone. It is a solo instance. Has several cutscenes. Alrighty, let's see how this goes.
This place is as good as any. Let me have the ether now.
Very well.
I gotta charge that.
You're mine!
Ah, he didn't die. Neat.
That I should miss my mark.
Scarmelioni.
That fiend again? But we struck it down. Watched it die.
Fools. Death doesn't exist in this world. And I am free to return whensoever I please.
Death doesn't exist. Of course, in the first, the power of light, of passivity, prevents life from emerging in the empty. But in the 13th, the power of darkness, of activity, prevents life from finding rest, even should soul be separated from flesh.
So unless one's essence is absorbed by another, it is possible to return again and again.
Your ether. It is reminiscent of that creature's. Ah, my mouth waters at the memory.
What?
I must devour you too. Yes, I must. Ye drifting souls, by my power be reborn!
Oh, well, it's time to kill this motherfucker. Again. As well as all of these bitches he's summoning now. It's time to commit violent
It's another death they
atrocities.
want. I say we give it to them.
If you could lend us a hand, we'd be much obliged.
That you would. But you already owe me a debt, and until you make good on it, I won't lift a finger. We'll speak after you've won. But know that if you lose, I'll help myself to your ether.
That a bothersome cutie should deliver to me this lavish feast. struggle with all your might. It will make you that much richer and tastier.
We'll see about that, buddy. Because you're not about to consume us. We're about to beat your ass again.
Every soul in this domain serves me now. Come, feast upon their flesh.
The castle answers his call. We'd do well to break up this feast quickly.
Then let's see these guests on their way.
Behold the power of the Archfiend of Earth!
He hastens their regeneration.
We are deathless! You cannot defeat that which cannot die! Struggle and slaughter all you.
This bodes ill.
Our foe has too great an advantage.
We need to drag him out of this damnable feast. Quickly, stand together!
There's no end in sight.
Use his casting and you.
A retreat may be in order.
And cutscene.
When will you learn? No matter what you do, you cannot hope to win.
You never know until you try, and I'm always happy to experiment.
Zero! Is there no way to stop them from coming back?
There is, but I have no reason to share it with you.
You know, Zero, You do owe us for one thing. Your name. You'll have your promised ether, but we are owed compensation for your name.
A name for which I did not ask. But that I nevertheless did accept.
And now we have backup.
They've been crystallized.
Well now, that's quite the trick.
She should be able to consume the ether from within the crystal she's made of them too, logically speaking.
Satisfied?
Completely.
Come, my friends. With Zero's aid, we can defeat him.
What is this? What have you done?
Now that I think on it, you owe me a debt as well. You may have missed your mark, but I won't miss mine.
Oh shit. Let's go.
However incurred, a debt is a debt. I will repay it here and now.
She can turn void scent into crystal.
What is this power?
You will tremble before my truth strength!
Please, you pull that, something that'll make us tremble.
Attend to the minions first. Be gone!
Bloody done. Thought I had to attack them
That's
myself.
far enough! Got you!
Trickery will not save.
Reinforcements!
This will hurt.
Impressive.
Hey, safe spot. Awesome.
Pathetic! Useless! Enough! Enough!
cannot win without Zero. We must help her.
Plenty of time to come over here and attack it when I means for some damage.
Another debt to repay.
I must deal with you first. I'll kill you all myself!
Finally getting serious, are we? Very well. Let us return the favor.
Yes, indeed.
This place will be your grave!
This magic! We must stop him now!
Everyone, to me!
Give it everything you've got!
And victory. There we go. Another thing down.
Fools! Do not think you have defeated me. I will return again and again!
Are you sure about that?
What? My flesh? Why won't it heal? What is the meaning of this? To seal ether in crystal. Memoria. But how? How can you have this power? Death has no place in this world. We are beyond it. And yet... Ah, Lord Golbez, you have sent me to my doom. Curse you and your wretched flattery, and this abominable fate.
You are welcome, seekers of might. I, Golbez, have called you four hither. I who would see us triumph in the coming crusade. That I may entrust you with command of our armies.
Yes, yes, but what of the promised gift?
In exchange for our loyalty, we are to feast on the finest ether.
And so you shall, for if you are to serve me, you must be strong.
Then honor the pact, and pray we are not disappointed.
Very well. Behold.
Azdaia.
The fiery wings, the savage horns. It pulses with life. Such vibrant ether. This magnificent creature could only come from beyond the veil.
Indeed. Feast, my friends. Feast and arise as my 4 arch-fiends. As they are now, they can consume but a fraction of the dragon's ether. Just as well, the creature may yet serve other ends.
Oh no. Oh no, the fuck you don't.
Are you all right?
The Void Sense essence remains. But it has been sealed away, transformed into crystal.
Memoria. Scarmelione called them. I take it they are connected to the war of which you spoke.
Aye. Their use was central to the Contra Memoria, hence its name. And to my knowledge, the transformation is permanent.
I see. We thank you for coming to our aid.
I repaid a debt, and in doing so ensured that I received my own due compensation, which I shall have now.
Yes, yes. I still have work to do, so I would thank you not to get carried away.
Ether is the coin of choice. I appreciate the simplicity.
That makes us even, I trust. Right then. When you picked up the crystal, you experienced a vision, did you not?
I did indeed. Yes, indubitably.
A dragon resembling a great worm. I dare to hope that it was Azdaia. even as it pains me to think she's been made to suffer.
For the ambitions of this Golbez.
We've been given much to consider. Let us take a moment to review what we know.
Well, we only just got here. We've already taken out one of his 4 archfiends. Alright. We're quickly gonna go look over here. Post Endwalker scenarios. Six. 2. Groping in the dark. This is the 3rd mission. The 4th mission rather, in 6.2. So I'm making progress. Indeed I have. Clearly, you didn't know they could regenerate, else you would have shared that detail beforehand. They seemed to stay dead at that time, yes? I doubt not that they did. There must have been a reason why the ones you defeated did not return in contravention of the natural order. Do you remember aught out of the ordinary, a sealing magic like Zero's, perhaps? Circumstances in which we're unable to return. If you like, I can tell you about this. Please do. The more you devour, the more powerful you go. You grow, rather. But in the process, your essence is blended with those of your prey. If you were to lose your flesh, the souls you had come to harbor may break free and coalesce into distinct void scent once more. Before you yourself return, your own soul might be devoured by your enemies or your erstwhile prey, a fate more likely for stronger beings who require more time to regenerate. However, even assuming you survive the process, it's highly uncommon to return as you were. Yet despite his greater strength, Scarmiglione managed to resurrect rather swiftly. Are there others capable of the same? Not that I'm aware of. His attachment to his flesh must have been unique for him to develop such an ability. I believe you understand the fundamentals of rebirth now. If I may, I would ask you about your power. Will you tell us about it? What you saw should speak for itself. I combined the ether of the soul in crystal. Many wielded this power during the Contra Memoria, but I'm the only one left. I am told that heroes of the 13th once sealed gods in stones called Auracite. Are they and Memoria one and the same? Auracite, I do not know this word. The world is vast, and perhaps Memoria had different names elsewhere, but it does sound quite similar. How does one come to wield Memoria, and what happened to your peers? I've never thought about that. I do know, though, that Voidsent can't use the power. I assume I can because I'm mortal in part. I see. Zero, I wish to ask you about the man called Golbez. He may well have my sister in his clutches. Is there aught you can tell us of him? The name sounds vaguely familiar, though I can't say how I know it. If he is powerful, however, someone in the castle may have heard of him. Then we must try talking to the other Voidsent again. Let us entrust the task to Axeldai. His echo will help facilitate communication. Importantly, he should be able to maintain his composure better than a concerned sibling. That I cannot deny. Forgive me, but will you not ask about Golbez in my stead on the terraces to begin with, please? Thank you. We shall remain here and discuss what other avenues we might pursue in the meantime. Alright. And now I go up to the hydromatic terraces. Point we've been going for a moment to go to switch what I have pulled up. We've been going for an hour stream wise, so we're doing pretty well here. I started a little early, but that was just because I was already here and ready. Perhaps the mistress will return. The Naomi gasped, bask in her gaze again. Golbez, you say. My mistress spoke of him. He commands the archfiends. They are very powerful and have conquered many domains. The mistress bade us defend the castle from them. Yes, she did. Alright, and one more to talk to. The watchful Voidsent here. Tasty one returns to tempt me. I mustn't eat you, I mustn't eat you. Golbez, I know of him from those I've eaten. He has minions, and those minions have minions. No one ever sees him. With his army of minions, Golbez would seldom have to act personally. It will not be easy to reach him. Now I go back to speak to Varshan in the Seat of the Foremost, aka that throne room. Turn down here. Speak to Varshan. Another likely voiced cutscene. Nope. Damn it. Welcome back, Agseldai. Were you able to learn aught of value? Share the information that I just received. So countless Voidsent answer to the Archfiends, who in turn answer to Golbez, as your vision did suggest. Skarmoleone's aggression is also consistent with the claims that the Archfiends conquer other domains. The question is, how do we reach Golbez if he first surrounds himself with armies of minions? We could target his other archfiends, or perhaps those who have fled his service. Either may yield useful information. That said, we can't do much while we're stuck on this isle. Zero, I would ask a favor of you. I am determined to save my sister Ajdaya. If there is even a faint possibility that Golbez has her, then I must find him. To that end, I want you to lend us your strength and knowledge. Will you accompany us on our quest? Forgotten the way of my world already? If you want help, offer payment. None here will aid you out of the kindness of their hearts. Any who claim otherwise are liars and betrayers. Or is this less a request and more a threat? If I refuse, will you force me to serve? We're not like Xenos. We would never, ever force you to serve. You aren't forcing your avatar to serve against its will. That's true. Yours is an equitable covenant. That being the case, I can believe your words. You would provide fair payment. Well, what do you offer? Very well. Zero, I would propose you travel with us, and whenever you perform a deed that requires payment, we will provide it in ether. That's all he had to say. Everything else was superfluous. I don't fucking know how to say that word half the time. Fair point. Where to now? Either a place the Archfiends may strike next, or where refugees and deserters may seek sanctuary. I know the latter. I'll take you there. I assume you also know how we can get off this isle. I was brought here on a mount. We can leave the same way. Now that you mention it, I did notice some flying creatures near the terraces. Given our numbers, we'll need a large one, but regardless of size, all can be won over with ether. Excellent. Let us go and find our mount at once. Not good. Lord Golbez must hear of this. Speak with Zero on the terraces. Would help if I was going the right direction. Zero. Leave Troya Keep. Now that I can.
There it is. Good. It agrees to serve. Get on.
We've arrived where the deserters walk, as it were.
What is this place?
My domain. In the beginning, it was a sanctuary for me alone. But over time, others began to gather here. Those who had nowhere else to go.
A settlement of pariahs?
What's that? Mortals! They're mortals! Where did they sleep in? Let me have some, let me have some! Not fair. What's
You are under my protection here and will not be harmed. I give you my word. Follow me.
Alright, we're gonna have to follow her. Walking around. Alright, 1 second. This is driving me insane. Cool. There we go. Apologies, seeing that notification symbol on Discord was driving me crazy. Okay, now on to the bed. Alright. Okay, she only wishes to observe. Ready when I am. Let's see. So I don't know where to run. That's... Ooh, 5 more in 6.2. So, that one has no connection to Golbez. There's 2 more to talk to, one here, one over there. Over Hello is Amiable Void Scent. This is where we wait. For Farillo once fought in Golbez's army. It's a miracle that he survived serving an archfiend. I suppose I should explain. Farfarello is the weakest among us. Constantly in fear of being devoured, he seldom consorts with others. The only one he's comfortable with is Siriato. He's a fellow coward who runs the instant he senses a threat and won't stop until he's exhausted. When their hunger grows too intense, they feed on each other's ether. Such is their relationship. But I ramble. You intend to seek out Farfarello, I presume? Then I'll come with you. He's less likely to hide that way. Meanwhile, elsewhere.
Not only did the mortals conquer Troya, they defeated Scarmalione. I struggle to believe it.
Lord of Fire.
Very small, my lords. They were aided by one of our world, who transformed Scarmalione's soul into crystal. Crystal? This one speaks of Memoria. Now there's something I've not heard for an age. Gonna bring a pang of nostalgia to my breast and a tear to my eye. If the very notion wasn't absurd! Drifting are gone, drowned in darkness. As well we all.
And yet Scarmalione still does not answer. Were he alive, he would have returned by now. Weakest though he was, his ability to regenerate was without peer. If this account is true, if a Memoriat has survived, they cannot be suffered to live.
Leave this matter to me, Lord Golbez.
When?
I, Barbaricia, shall strike down any who pose a threat to our plans.
'Tis true, you are a proven commander, well suited to leading an assault.
And when I have succeeded, I would beg a boon of you.
What do you desire?
The dragon's ether. All that remains.
The insolence know your place.
With respect, my locks are free as the wind, without incentive to sway them. I know not whither they will blow.
Boldly spoken. I trust you will not disappoint me.
She's gonna die.
Upon this flowing hair, and my immortal soul. I will not fail.
She gonna die.
Then go and impress upon these interlopers the futility of defiance.
My lord.
Farfarello keeps the fringes of her domain, she says. Ciriato. Something is going on there. What do I make of his... He seemed frightened. Let's go to Ciriato now, she says. Here he is. There's no time, the wind rises, we must flee. What is he talking about? After him. Let's go up. Which would mean stairs, not into a random building. Here he is. Doverici. Oh no. Gotta corner him to get the last of the information he has. Barbaricia. That's who he's worried about. We're doomed. There's nowhere to run. What are you running from? I already told you. Barbaricia, the Archfiend of Wind. Archfiend, you say? We will be devoured or forced to serve, to fight in the crusade, but it makes no difference. In the end, all are eaten by her or her enemies. I didn't want to fight anymore, that's why I fled and came here. I see, that explains everything. Almost. I thought it was Farfarello who used to serve as an Archfiend, not you. Not you who always ran at the first sight of trouble. You who now speaks as though you were Barbaricia's minion. There's only one explanation. He devoured Farfarello, didn't he? Indeed, that would account for his uncharacteristic behavior. So, is that the way of it? Did you devour Farfarello? And not just a portion of his ether, but his entire being? How did you know? It wasn't only your behavior that felt strange. You felt strange, as if there was more than you present. Now, I don't believe you would have lost control. More likely, it was at Farfarello's behest. I can't hide anything from you. I admit it. Farfarello didn't leave. I ate him. He feared Barbariccia more than anything, hated the endless fighting. So he begged me to devour him that he would never have to fight again. Rather than an eternity of fighting, he chose a moment of pain. For all the good it did, I can still hear his voice in my head. He's frightened. So very frightened. When you're eaten, your essence is blended with that of your devourer. And though you have no control, your consciousness in part endures. Were this a world where the wheel of life and death still turned, the soul wouldn't linger so stubbornly. In time, it would return to the great flow. But there's no such end here, no escape. All know this. In making his choice, Farfarello must have been desperate indeed. Oh, hey, Firiden. How you doing, man? Alright. First... Your feet hurt?
What the fuck?
Okay. Now his desperation is joined with Siriato's fear, driving him to act erratically. This place will become a battlefield. We don't want to be eaten, neither me nor Farfarello, but there's nowhere to go. Nowhere. Sounds about right, Fear. Then tell me about Barbariccia. I would know who it is we face. It's too late. She's as good as here. No one can escape her winds. No one. Well, it's time to fight.
And she's brought her domain with her. The Archfiend's after you and yours, I shouldn't doubt. Perhaps you should go and find them. But be warned, whatever this is about, do not expect us to get involved.
The only one that we expect to get involved is you for payment.
Eaten and being eaten. I only want to be left in peace.
You and me both.
One of the Archfiends approaches.
Indeed.
They must have been tracking our movements.
She's here.
The wind just got kicked up big time. It's time to fight. Barbariccia. Oh, damn. Looks badass as fuck.
Excellent. You've saved me the trouble of traveling to Troya.
So you're Barbariccia.
Mind your manners, mortal. My name is not to be spoken, save in reverence and fear. And what is this pitiful domain? Pitiful wretches all. I will put you out of your misery.
This bitch. This bitch.
Alas, poor Scarmiglione, and good riddance. Felled by outsiders in pursuit of what? Pray tell.
Your demise.
A dragon. One who crossed to this world thousands of years ago. Know you aught of it?
A dragon, you say? Huh. My Lord Golbez is more clever than I realized. To let the prize live, that it might lure more prey to us. Very well. In gratitude and service, I shall devour every last mote of their souls.
Where is she? Where is Ashdaya?
Ashdaya.
Huh. You even share its scent. How curious. And irresistible.
He's pissed.
If you think us easy prey, you're wrong.
Unlike Scarmiglione, I need not skulk in shadow to claim what is mine.
I get a very distinct
If you
feeling.
would know about the dragon you seek, then enter into my domain.
Oh, nope. Never mind. It is not what I was expecting. I
You may
felt like that
flee
was about to
instead
be a
if you wish.
trial.
If the fate of the sorry lot here is of no concern to you, one way or another, I will have satisfaction.
This is a dungeon, probably. I wanted a trial. I was expecting a trial. Hoping for a trial.
What's the plan then?
Obviously, we're gonna kill her. Go after Barbaricia. What else?
Indeed. Yet she will have the upper hand in her domain. We must be no less than fully prepared.
Indeed, Varshan.
We find her and get our answers. Will you be joining us, Zero?
You may be easily goaded into accepting her challenge, but my curiosity is not so insatiable as to cloud my judgment. Nevertheless, if you are desperate for my aid, you know my price.
I shall pay it.
Varshan's going
So
to
long
be
as
the
you
tank.
leave me strength enough to see my sister home, you may take as much as you wish. And lest you forget, mine is no ordinary ether. Barbaricia too recognized its potency.
Very well. We have a bargain.
And with that, Word of warning, Barbaricia spoke as if she would give us answers if we were to defeat her. But even assuming she'll talk, which I doubt, I trust I needn't tell you how foolish it is to give an archfiend a second chance. Best to seal her away at the earliest opportunity. If you wish to peer into her past, the Memoria will suffice. I'll try, but I make no guarantees. You do that, and if you fail, well, you'll just have to search elsewhere for answers. Rest assured, this won't be our last opportunity to learn about Azadaya. If another archfiend were to fall, Golbez would surely be compelled to respond. We need only wait for our quarry to come to us. Indeed, if our struggles with Scarmilione taught us aught, 'tis that we must hold nothing back when facing an archfiend. Let us heed Zero's advice and seal her away at the earliest opportunity. If we're all in agreement, then let us be off. We travel by Nizrach. Travel to Barbaricia's domain. It's not a dungeon yet. I was expecting it to have already become one.
You're not the only ones who can ride the wind.
Estinian doing Estinian things.
Leave these ones to us.
I see to Barbaricia.
It's about to become a trial. Storm's Crown now accessible. It's just regular duty finder. I cannot do this one in duty support. Wait for now to see if anybody responds. I don't even know if anybody's even on. I mean, even online, I should say. For now, I'll just do this. Let's go. All right.
Such rich, exquisite ether. My hair shimmers with anticipation.
What is with this chick and her hair, I swear.
On your guard.
Oh, I've heard that one before.
Try this.
And that one. Oh my word.
Have at you. My locks are as the wind. Supple, strong, and free. Try this. Pull. A fair wind blows. You feel it too, do you not? You've done well to last this long. But the battle has only just begun.
Okay, so I had to be pulled back by that. That's a thing. This will be a button spam moment.
I'll slaughter you all. Dodge this if you can. I'll make it quick.
I'm just gonna stand inside of her real fast. No big, no big.
Don't underestimate me. Feel my fury! Know your place.
Oh, this is actually going pretty well considering this is my first time ever running this duty. This trial, as it were. Hey, what's up, Bean Boy? Appreciate you popping in. It's all good, man.
Your every bone.
And with that,
No.
we're done. I'm giving it to our sage because they were so on top of that the entire time. Whew. Alright. Just took care of the trial.
There's still time. With more of the dragon's ether, I can yet.
And
You're finished.
0.
Damn it all!
The hair-obsessed woman just got turned into a crystal. Fuck you, bitch. Now then, just grabbing it. Trying to will the echo into doing something. But it is not. Hey, everybody else has arrived.
I see you've bested Barbaricia. Well done.
That was easy enough.
Her minions too are all crystallized or scattered. The day is ours.
What of my sister? Tell me you learned something about Azhdaya.
I did not learn anything about Azhdaya from the looks of it. Nothing happened there.
So the Archfiend and her crystal yielded not.
Our efforts have not been entirely fruitless.
Now there's only two
We
more
have deprived your
Archfiends.
sister's captor of another powerful champion. With Zero, we may yet challenge
I
Galvez and
understand,
his
man.
minions.
Get yourself some rest.
Indeed. We could not have come this far without your aid. Thank you, Zero.
Though,
I but fulfilled my part of the bargain. And now I will have my...
before we continue, there's that. That's still broken. And there's a shout out for those of you in my chat who do not currently follow the Magic Bean Juice. Please go give this crazy Finnish fuck a follow. Alright. Oh, she's like getting overcome with something, like a wave of something.
Her ether is nearly spent. Perhaps unsurprising given how much power she used.
I wouldn't want to face another Archfiend without her. We should hurry back to Zero's domain.
Indeed, Estinian.
Agreed. Eager though I am to continue, it would be unwise to risk our lives for the sake of haste. Let us suspend the mission and tend to Zero.
Oh, shut up, you. You know you're crazy. With that, I'm going to talk to Y'shtola to turn in this quest. That puts us at 3 more quests until we're done with 6.2. So with that, we're going to go ahead and look for a channel for us to go raid out to. Let's see who we have that we can currently raid. Well, I know who we're gonna raid, unless somebody has already used it. Nope. Okay. You're welcome to give a suggestion, Bean Boy.